Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
First responder category.
It was a golden mustache.
No.
That'd be great.
It was a Bowie knife with about a 14-inch blade.
Well, damn. There you go.
I was like,
Like
that's
it's
cool.
not like a. I think the box on it says like Apache Bowie or something.
Yeah, okay. I mean, but still,
These are the knives that like
when you're
when you buy them,
buys a knife.
they come in a sheath that is completely wrapped in like a piece of plastic.
Yeah,
And then they're in like a cheap little cardboard box with like the
Yeah.
picture of the knife on the
yeah,
box.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so they're not bad. You would never use these as knives.
Yeah, they're
Like if you bought them to use as knives,
Yeah.
conversation needs to take place.
Well,
yeah. Okay.
These are more like novelties. Like you could be like, oh, I collect knives. These would be great knives to just have on display.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So that reminds me of all like the commemorative knives that people buy all the time. It's like this is
Same
a firefighter,
Same quality.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Gotcha.
not a bad knife,
but it's not.
but it's not a Spyderco.
Yeah, it's not a useful knife for knife things.
nice things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, that's probably better than you getting like a little plaque or something like that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's cooler.
it's cool.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's cool. It's definitely cooler.
Yeah.
For an event about beards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're actually giving out Victoria's Secret underwear as the first,
Well-
second, and third place.
Apparently, the knife thing is a pretty popular.
The
thing.
guy with the biggest beard gets a 90.
Get the 90.
So apparently, like the beard thing, like in beard competition, knives are a pretty regular thing
I mean,
because there's a group called the Bearded Villains. It's
Okay.
a national organization.
Okay,
It's like a beard club.
gotcha.
They're all charity groups. They're all 501(c) groups.
Yeah.
And there's different chapters and stuff, and we have the Chattanooga Villains and stuff like that.
Okay.
But like knives and axes are like the thing. Like, because if you remember years ago, Matt was doing like he had like a sword for
oh yeah, that was
first
probably like to
place,
have had the
best in
sword.
show.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot, like I said, a lot cooler than a plaque or something like that.
That's true, yeah.
Definitely get behind that more.
But
Yeah.
hey, everybody, welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast.
You know what? You actually got me this time. I didn't think you had already started recording.
I figured he
As
was.
soon as I was on the phone down, I hit record.
Well, I know, but usually we'll have our conversation, then we have the
Then have the, yeah, that's true.
pre-announcement conversation.
Well, the thing about it is I thought I would have that in there because of what I want to talk about today.
Okay.
Because we haven't talked.
No.
I mean, we talked about stuff that happened at Chat State that was most likely a hoax.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just mad it inconvenienced my drive to work. That's what I'm annoyed by.
took you like an extra 3 minutes to get to work.
It was bad.
That's horrible.
If it had inconvenienced my drive to work, like with take my actual drive to work,
I would be very surprised.
the inconvenience. Well, yes.
Yeah.
But like if I'd encountered something like that, that slowed me down as much as it slowed you down.
Yes.
If we did it based on percentage of how long your drive is and the percent of time that it slowed you down,
It would slow you down less than that light at.
it would
Yeah.
slow me down about 15 seconds.
Yes.
If we took the physical existing time and transferred it over to my trip, it would double my trip to work.
give me
So-
the cupcake container.
So you'd be annoyed.
Yeah, you'd be annoyed.
Doubled your trip.
Oh no, it took me 10 minutes to get to work. Just saying.
Well,
Look,
it's fine.
I have to go downtown. I already don't like that I have to go downtown.
Right.
My past 2 days of going to work, I went the alternate route. And
You have multiple routes that you could take.
there's the main route, there's the alternate route, and then there's the sub-alternate
I
route.
think it was either Tuesday or Wednesday that I saw you going to work.
Well, that would have been the regular route.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
went the regular way.
Yeah. Because the regular way is Jenkins.
Yeah.
The alternate route's the interstate.
And
Yeah,
I rolled down my window, stuck my hand out, and he just.
Yep.
You probably didn't even see me.
Probably not.
The sub-alternate route.
Hop on the interstate.
Well, no, that's the alternate route.
Okay.
Sub-alternate route is Gun Barrel, Stanford Gap, under the interstate to Lee Highway.
Okay.
Which also works.
I mean, yeah, that works.
If that one's backed up, you could take the extra route and go all the way over to Lee Highway from Shallowford.
True.
And then down.
That is the worst route.
That is, yeah.
So,
hit every single
Red light.
past 2 mornings, something in me just went, go left. Like this morning and yesterday morning, pulling out of my apartment, go left. I never go left.
Yeah.
Because I always get caught at
down
red lights.
Jenkins. Yeah.
Right.
No red lights?
Green, all the way to the interstate.
You know, I know it's going to be a good day when I hit all greens as soon as I get past the traffic circle coming down to the interstate. The last, I usually get caught by the one to get onto the interstate.
Yeah.
But I've made it all greens before. I'm like, today's going to be a good day. It really pumps me up.
When that happens to me, it's great.
Imagine you going to work one day and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to run Shallowford all the way straight out to Riverfront.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do that.
Sometimes, not always.
Yeah, it's a more inconvenient route.
But imagine
no red
being
lights.
on Riverfront and the first red light you get caught at is the one in front of Rock Creek.
I'm okay with
Imagine if you had made it that far.
That's a good day.
That would be a very. I'd go home.
Right? And turn around.
It can't get any better than that. I wouldn't be able to work that day because it would just ruin it.
Right?
But what would happen if you got caught at that red light and then you got caught at every single red light between there and your shop?
Completely ruined it. Just be. Well, I know how fast I need to drive on Cherokee Boulevard to make the lights.
So do you, when you go down Riverfront?
Yeah.
Do you?
You mean Amnicola? Because it's still Amnicola.
It's,
They mix right there.
Technically, where Wilcox meets, it's actually Riverfront.
I mean, yeah.
That is, you are. It's both.
There's street signs that say Amnicola,
Yeah.
but
there's businesses that have their addresses Riverfront Parkway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Traditionally, it's Hunter Museum is where it changes to Riverfront Parkway.
And that's how I've always, where you have that that last red light right there, right before that bridge that goes over.
Yeah.
That's where I've always.
So that's what I was going to ask you. So that red light, is that typically where you take a left?
The second red light. The one that goes between all those hotels and whatnot up there. So when you there's that bridge,
And you go across Market.
and then I go across Market.
Okay.
That is.
You could take the first bridge.
I could.
You'd get arrested. No. I'm talking about if you went between the hotels and then take your first right and went across that
It's
bridge.
fine.
If the pylons aren't there, sure.
It's fine.
If the pylon's on there, you're on your motorcycle.
Yeah, I could do that.
If you do it, have your GoPro on.
Yes.
So you can see CPD tackling me.
I mean, the
bike.
thing about that bridge is it's not even open, period, right now.
It's
Is it
not.
not?
They were doing
No, it's close to renovations.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Video of me just getting tackled off the bike.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm laughing, just saying.
I've been on the on the North Shore side.
Well, at one point too, that wasn't a walking bridge. That was a real bridge.
Yeah.
I've been like 20 feet up it on the North Shore side.
Yeah. Because it's paved good way.
Yeah, well, I would have drove all the way across it. I was with my brother.
That's a different
That's
scenario.
different.
So, anyways, no, the beard competition,
Yes.
and something that happened at work this morning that's been in the process of working, is kind of what I wanted to talk about tonight.
Okay. So we've already started talking about the beard competition, so I guess that would be an easy one to start with.
It's the things you do and how you treat people.
Okay.
Why are you staring at me?
Well,
I'm about to this is going to be an intervention.
Well, we just I was just said we were going to start with the beard competition, and then you go into this.
Mm-hmm.
Is this beard competition related?
Beard competitions. The whole thing was charity.
Okay, that's awesome.
Every bit of that.
That's
fantastic.
cool.
You know, there's a lot of people that donated stuff. The dealership donated stuff. and it's just all of it is to raise money. It's pretty simple to go out and do those things. So that's why I was saying yes. It also relates to the beard competition.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure. The way you said that sounded like it was something else. I was like,
Right.
the
Yeah.
beer competition
Like, wait a
sounded
minute.
good. What are...
Wait a minute.
Well, here's the thing about it. With what we did as a dealership, the beard competition, there wasn't a lot of cost for us.
Yeah.
There was a lot of time.
Yeah.
An
Well,
effort.
you were there all day.
We did all of their artwork for them.
Okay.
So all the artwork, advertising, media, we handled all that ourselves. So they didn't have to pay someone to do all that stuff.
Which makes sense. It's a donation from you guys to do.
And they could have found somebody to maybe do it for free, but we have a very quality art department.
Yeah. So it makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
So we did that. I was there, like on display, but there was just
Was
there's a lot of-
anyone else from the dealership there with you today, or was it just you? Okay.
No, Keith was supposed to be with me, but he had a situation happen with the RV, and he was in Nashville this morning, and haven't heard from him since. I'm sending him a message to if he's okay.
Called
yeah.
him.
Yeah, I called him. I
Yeah.
can't get a hold of him.
Huh.
So now
Where's
we're like,
So
You said
Yeah,
he was
okay.
in Nashville?
yeah, so basically, Keith, if you're listening to this, and we have not spoke,
Shoot one of us a message.
you need to let us know that you're okay, bro. We're worried about you, even though you stood me up. No, worried about you. But no, so just getting out there, and everybody loves motorcycles. So
Yeah.
people talking to me. Oh, what kind of bike is
That's
that?
a good event too
One
for
of those questions and
motorcycles.
stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I mean, it's a beard event.
Yeah, well, last year's Beard of Nougat was at the dealership,
Yeah.
where we cleared out half the
Oh,
show
yeah, I
floor
remember
and put
that,
a
yeah.
stage in the middle of it.
Yes. Yep. I remember that.
Yep.
So
And I would say more often than not, most people riding motorcycles have some sort of facial hair. If they're men.
Yeah.
Actually, some of the women too.
Heather, what you laughing at?
Nothing. Nothing.
All the mustaches.
All the mustaches.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you guys had a good event. We're going to get angry mail about bearded women now.
Yeah, from Heather. We're gonna leave. and
She's
gonna
going
be
to
like,
send a
do
message.
you think I have facial hair?
Did you think I have facial hair?
She's going to send a message to that one we can't reply to.
We're the only ones that see it, so thank goodness. But yeah, no, that was a good event. But between that and then what we did at the shop this morning, not a shop thing, but
Okay.
I'll go into detail about that. It kind of got me thinking about it. Taking the time to just help. Be that person, be that light. So I had a girl message the dealership probably a month ago asking about our jump start. You don't know what a jump start is. I don't think Heather knows what a jump start is. I don't know how many people listen to this podcast know what a jump start is. So a jump start is not a boost for your motorcycle.
I kind of assume that. I assume it's something career oriented. No?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have a trailer that has this thing on it called a jump start.
Okay.
I can put a motorcycle on this.
I think
And
I know
it
what
allows
this is
you
now.
to start the motorcycle,
Oh, it's like that rolling road that's...
give it,
Yes,
give it
I know what that
gas,
is.
go through gears,
Yeah.
operate the clutch.
I've seen that.
I've seen that.
Without the problem of
Of-
dropping the motorcycle.
It's
or the
in like
motorcycle.
it's mounted.
It's in a wheel
there.
chock and there's a
Yeah, I've seen
roller in
that.
the rear wheel.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
a jump start.
I didn't know what it was called.
Yeah,
we
I
had a
didn't know
girl-
it had a name.
Had this girl reach out to us about wanting to learn to run, but before she took the class, she wanted to get a little bit of practice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understandable.
Not a
Right.
problem at all.
Makes sense.
So we were supposed to meet a couple weeks ago. There was a little bit of miscommunication there. She came today. She came this morning. She was running late. She sent a message at like 9:20. She's like, I'm so sorry. I just woke up. Da, da, da. I was like, no, you're good. Come on.
Yeah.
So get down there, and she proceeds to tell me she went to take the class at a private institution,
Okay.
not a Harley Davidson dealership.
Mhm.
I don't think it was at a school either,
So it was
Yeah.
or traditional school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was like a private MFS course type deal.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sure they exist. I've never heard of them.
Yeah, there's a few riding classes that are out there that are
Yeah.
outside of like Harley dealerships.
Correct.
And the MSF class.
Yeah.
So that makes
So
sense.
apparently the guy that teaches the class
Was it local that she took or
No.
Okay.
Okay.
was an asshole
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
and sexist.
Oh.
And there was 3 girls in the class, and he kicked all 3 of them out.
Wow.
So she didn't want to run.
Oh, girl.
It broke her heart.
I can understand
It
that.
would mine too. Honestly.
I mean, I feel like that's a topic we've
Yeah.
broached
Yeah.
multiple times.
Yeah. She wants to ride very, very badly.
Okay.
So she reached out to another reputable Harley Davidson dealership that does offer the course, because we don't offer the course at
Yeah.
our dealership.
Yeah.
They said absolutely. Kind of knew where she was and steered her in the direction of us with the jump start.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's not something that every Harley dealership has.
No and yes. It was
I'd
it was
imagine there's-
offered, and I think at one point in time maybe every dealership did have it, but whether they actually used it or not.
Makes sense. I imagine they float around. quite a
Yeah,
bit.
we don't
Yeah, probably.
use it all the time.
I've seen it. I've seen it out there. Once
That's that
before.
trailer
Yeah.
that sits out
okay.
there.
And
Yeah.
well,
That open trailer that people are like, what is that?
Yeah.
That's what that
well,
is.
because you had it out there. I think it was like one of the schools in town. You had it out there for
For the
that.
little high school to stay
Yeah,
up
that's-
and
that's
we're
what
able
it was,
to check out
yeah.
the jump start.
Yeah.
So she comes in, she tells me the story about what happened and everything, and we had a new Nightster on there. You know, I let her sit on it, explained to her about controls, explained to her about, the position, you don't want your wrist way up or way down, just
Yeah.
very natural sitting and stuff like that.
Giving her the basics of just being on a motorcycle.
Right. Yeah.
Let her feel the friction zone, because she's feeling that friction zone without giving it gas, and it's not killing it either because the rear tire just starts rolling.
Yeah.
So, but you can still feel that friction zone and feel
Which is
that,
actually kinda
that
nice.
lug that starts to happen. And
Yeah.
stuff.
It's very low risk.
Right. Be able to shift through gears and just feel all that stuff. So, went through all that with her for about 20 minutes, showing her what that feels like. When she hits she's giving it gas. I had her going in like second gear or something like that. And I was like, okay, don't let off the gas, but I want you to hit your foot brake. Because obviously you're not moving, but even if you were hitting the front
I
brake,
mean, you're still going to
it's
slow.
going to slow you down. But hitting that foot brake is going to start putting that in a bind if you don't have a clutch pulled in.
Yeah.
So she could understand how that felt.
Yeah.
So showing her, whenever you feel that, you need to do the one of two things: pulling in the clutch or
Give it
give
more
it gas. So, and depending on what you want to do, whether
Yeah.
you're wanting to slow down or whether you're wanting to speed up.
Yep.
So, just went through all that with her. She was super ecstatic for someone to just take a second
Yeah.
and not treat her like she's an idiot because she's a
Mhm.
girl.
Right.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how to ride, but she wants to learn to ride.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
So we talked to her about the MFS course and the things she's going to need, because they require certain stuff. They require over the ankle boots.
Mm-hmm.
A helmet,
They
long
require a
sleeve shirt,
helmet.
long pants.
They require a helmet. They require at least a long sleeve shirt,
Yeah.
if not a jacket. And they suggest a jacket that's impact rated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the time when me and Stephanie did the class, it was just a long sleeve.
Yeah. Well, if you look at it, it says long sleeve shirt, but it says it'll say suggested
Yeah.
jacket.
Now, mind you, we did
with
it years
impact
ago, so
resistant.
they might have changed. They might have added.
They could have added that.
Because
But it may be so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I Because I looked too, and I was going to make Stephanie wear a jacket.
Yeah.
It was also like 100 degrees when we did ours.
She's going in October.
Fantastic. Perfect.
That's a good time.
So,
As long as it doesn't rain.
she has a full face helmet.
Good.
And she has over the ankle boots.
Perfect.
Because that's all that was required of her where she went to this class at.
Mm.
So
No gloves?
So
I'm surprised.
she has some gloves, but they're fingerless gloves. So we got her some actual motorcycle riding gloves.
Good.
Got her a jacket, helmet. I introduced her to Chelsea. Chelsea showed her everything. Chelsea, hooked her up.
Got her
Pa-
outfitted
yeah.
properly with
Yep.
good quality
Yeah,
gear.
Possum
Good.
helped me out and all that other stuff. And, at the end of the day, she takes this course and she goes off and she buys a cheap motorcycle and we never see her again.
Okay.
Would I love for her to come buy a Harley? 100%. But she came into the dealership. She's not a Harley person. She doesn't come from the Harley family.
Yeah.
It was just when she went online to try and find another place for a class, she found a Harley Davidson dealership. They were nice to her when she was setting everything up for the class. They gave her good advice. She came to see us. We worked with her.
Yeah.
We gave her good advice.
You had the tools to help her too.
Correct. She's like, Dad told me when I was coming down here, I better not come back home with a Harley because all they're going to do is try and sell me a Harley the whole time I'm down there and they're not actually going to help me out. She goes, his mind's going to be blown.
Yeah.
She goes, I don't know when it'll be, but I'll definitely be back.
Yeah.
But so introduced her to Amy in Motor Clothes,
Mhm.
Julia in Motor Clothes, and Chelsea Motor Clothes. They all three ride.
Yeah.
Chelsea made sure that she had her cell phone number and was like, Chelsea and Amy and Julie and all them, they can get together and go for a ride once that girl starts riding and everything.
Mhm.
And, Chelsea wanted to make sure that she understood, Chelsea has a Honda Rebel.
Yeah. Not a hard
Get a bike.
Yeah.
Come
A bike.
Yeah.
Come
It doesn't
hang
matter.
out. Come ride with us. Come enjoy this stuff. So
No,
she did love the feel of the Nightster. She said the positioning and everything was just, she goes, it is perfect. I've sat on a bunch of bikes and that feels awesome.
Well, I will say that the Nightster is more of a standard seating position.
Well, she was looking at Kawasaki has that little 400 Cruiser
Oh, yeah.
and she was looking at that and she was like, oh, that Nightster feels so much
Yeah, the
better.
Vulcan is not a
So, yeah. Well, she said she's also looked at the Rebel,
Yeah.
which is better than the Vulcan, but she
Yeah.
said that Nightster was still so much more comfortable for
Yeah.
her. And I told her, I was like, well, to be honest, I was like, compared to what you would pay for a brand new one on like a Rebel 500 or getting comparable size, you would actually have to bump up to a Rebel 1100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, if you bumped up to a Rebel 1100 comparative size,
It's about the same price.
about the same price. Rebel 500, twice the price for that Harley.
Yeah.
I was like, the thing about it with the Harley, if you buy a bike and 6 months later down the road, you wanted to do the Harley,
Yeah. You can.
you can, and you're not going to be throwing your money down the garbage.
Yeah.
You ride it for a year, you can turn around and get most of your money back out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that, I know that's a conversation that we've had before. At people looking to buy their first bike, kind of some of these bikes, it's not the 250s from when we first, we've
talked about it. Yeah, you got the CF Moto with a 450 now that puts out as much power as 750s did
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but something like that is also a bike, like our little KTM 390.
Yeah.
We can ride that today and have fun. We have big bikes, we do all this
So-
stuff, but still that's a fun.
She said she had looked at a Grom,
Yeah.
and I told her, and I still stand by this. Groms are fun.
Yeah.
Groms are not designed. People can argue this with me, but trust me, I was working for Honda when the Grom came out, and I know exactly what Honda said. They were not designed for people's first motorcycle.
No.
They were designed for people to have a motorcycle that they can throw in the back of their truck
Yeah.
and take to run around the city. Their video that they put out when they first came out with the Grom was some dude riding wheelies in Endos. That was the Honda commercial.
Yeah.
It was a guy stunting a Grom.
Yeah.
I told her, I said, the guys that you see, because she's from Cleveland, I said, the guys that you see out on Friday and Saturday night ripping it up and down, Keith Street on their grounds, riding wheelies and stuff like that.
They also have a CBR 600.
I said,
Yeah.
those guys,
1,000
I said,
floating
even
around.
if they don't ride street, they've got a dirt bike that they've been riding for 20 years. I was like,
Mhm.
they know how to ride.
This is just a novelty. A Grom is
It's
a
a-
novelty.
It's
a
a toy.
novelty.
And I told her, I
It's
said,
a
a
toy.
Grom is a toy.
Yeah.
That, and
It is not a motorcycle that you
it's
commute,
it's
travel
basically
on,
like
whatever.
a street legal Coleman.
Well, I
That
know,
right?
I know
Yeah.
a lot of guys that have bought Groms as toys, and after playing with them, they're like, it is not a good starter bike. They're
No,
like, it's a very
it's too
difficult
small.
bike to be a starter bike.
The wheels are too small, so it does a lot of weird things. Riding around that one that Alex has, you can easily mess up on a Grom. And it's
People that would
not that it's
people that
Yeah.
would argue that point with me have not spent that much time on normal
Yeah.
size motorcycles.
Yeah.
like I think the Grom is super fun. Would I put Stephanie on one to learn? No.
I know so many people that have bought their significant others Groms to learn on, and it
It didn't work out.
Didn't work.
Yeah, because they're not great. You know what? And it would have been a completely different experience if they got on like a little Rebel 300 or a CB 300.
That's a much better
Yeah.
starter
A
bike.
full size a real motorcycle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which I know everybody looks, oh, get the small one, you can flat foot a Grom. Grom's still pretty tall.
Flat. If you're worried about flat footing, you need to worry about learning to ride a motorcycle.
Yeah.
I tell people that to come in and look at the Pan America. They'll be like, "Well, I can't ride this because I can't flat foot it," and I'm
You
like,
flat foot one side?
maybe you should learn to ride the motorcycle.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a kid and I rode bicycles and I got on, and I mean, I'm talking little kid, and we get on bicycles that were too big for me. My older brother's 10 speeds and stuff like that. I remember having to stop on like electrical boxes to get on the bicycle.
Yeah.
I remember riding bicycles where on the downstroke, I couldn't touch the pedal anymore because I was too small to ride them. I never once complained and said the bike was too big for me. I had adults go, that bike is way too big for you.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'd go, I'm riding it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're riding it, that's fine. That's
I mean,
all
I
matters.
literally remember riding bicycles that I couldn't get on the seat and go from a flat surface. I had to have something to get up against to get onto the bicycles to ride it. I'm talking like 8 or 9 years old riding like a full size
like an
mountain bike.
adult's
Adults.
bicycle.
Yeah.
I mean,
But it's definitely possible.
yeah.
I mean, look, we've seen Teresa, who is very short,
Yeah.
get on.
Get on that Pain
like-
America.
But she's got on the like when she rode the XR 650,
Mhm.
she had to get a little running start and got the bike starting to move, and then she just hopped on it.
Yeah.
And she did the same thing when she stopped.
I've
Yeah.
seen videos of guys riding like GSs and they come up to a stop and
Get
they're
off the
off
bike.
one peg and they'll stand like with 1 foot on the peg, 1 foot on the ground
Yeah.
next to the motorcycle.
Yeah. Aren't you glad we're tall?
I am glad.
That just sounds inconvenient.
It does. Yeah.
But
Because I am short too.
my point is,
But you
There's-
helped this woman out.
there's those people out there that just want someone to take a second, be patient, and not be an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you've done that with Heather.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because we went, I can't be the one
Yep.
for that situation.
Right. Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with going, I can't handle this. But I knew I can with in that situation.
Yeah.
And have those conversations and explain that. And it was someone that was willing to listen and learn.
hmm
So,
And I think that definitely helps too. The willingness the want to do it.
well, the thing about it is if you are someone that, so someone doesn't need to be riding a motorcycle because of ABC situation, whatever that may be, you don't love motorcycles.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's true.
If you love motorcycles, you would want everybody in the world riding motorcycles.
Mhm.
Within reason. Let's just say that. Within-
Yes.
I'm going to tell you, tomorrow, if I woke up and 90% of the traffic on the road was motorcycles, I wouldn't be worried about getting hit by a car.
No.
No, not at all.
No. No, not at all. That would be nice. I would like that a lot. That's
I mean, there would be obviously only 10% of the cars would be on the road, but
But
sounds like a better scenario.
it is. But the thing about it is there's so much involved with riding a motorcycle
You become
That-
a better driver.
makes you a better driver.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. And I know we've discussed this many times as well. Like, we want to get everybody on a motorcycle as possible. We
I
can
want
get-
everybody.
Yeah. If we get, even if you don't ride on a regular basis, just know how to. Because it's going to make you a better driver. You're going to be out there. You're going to look for them.
Dude, so my dad, when he quit riding, okay, was sometime around the time I was born.
Okay.
That man, every time he renewed his license,
Kept his motorcycle
kept his
endorsement.
motorcycle endorsement.
That's smart.
He didn't know if he would ever own another motorcycle. He hoped he would,
But he kept the endorsement.
but he kept the endorsement. And you know what? He did not buy another motorcycle for over 30 years, but kept his endorsement.
Yeah.
Huh?
Never knew when you were going to get back to it.
Yeah.
Correct.
But he knew how. He knew how
He
to ride.
he knew how. There was a period of time where my brother Justin had a bike, and every once in a while, Dad would go run around on it. There was actually a couple months there where the bike, Justin had to leave his bike at my parents' house or something, and he told Dad, ride it as much as you want. And Dad would literally, he'd be like, oh, time to go to work. Jump on the bike, go to work.
Why not?
Well, yeah, why
So,
not?
but that was the thing. Like, I remember
So he
hearing
didn't
my
need to buy a
dad.
bike.
My dad had, without even having a motorcycle, had so much passion for motorcycles. If you had asked me when I was younger what my parents thought of motorcycles, I would tell you that my dad liked motorcycles, but they weren't motorcycle people.
Yeah.
Because I always heard them talk about didn't want us riding motorcycles.
How
Didn't want me and
dangerous it is.
motorcycles.
Yeah.
How dangerous it was.
Yep.
And that was more of a situation where they were trying to protect us, because I'm not going to tell you it's not dangerous to ride a motorcycle.
Yeah.
It absolutely is.
But once I got a bike and started riding it, and my parents, both mom and dad, saw how much I loved motorcycles and how much I rode the motorcycles, the way that they talked to me about motorcycles changed.
Yeah.
There was still the, be careful, it's dangerous.
Yep.
But they knew, Dad for sure knew, that I had that same feeling about bikes that he did.
And when we didn't show up on the bike, they
Yeah.
were like, "Are y'all okay?"
They wanted to know if everything was fine.
It's pouring rain. What do you?
Like, what do you?
No, there were several times like, you didn't ride the bike? You asked me to bring 2 Pyrex dishes full of food.
You're right.
Yeah, but you could have ridden the bike. Heather
She
could
goes,
have held it.
She goes, Heather could have held it. She told me that one
She
time.
had said that.
Yeah, she had said that to me.
And I just look at her and I shake my head and I go, no. No. I have told them, I go, if the weather is nice, I'm coming alone. I do not have to bring anything.
Yeah.
If I am not on the motorcycle, ask me why I'm not on the motorcycle.
Yeah.
If the weather's nice, I don't have to bring anything, and Heather's with me, and I'm not on the motorcycle, ask, but ask reserved.
Yeah.
Because it could be like, we're going grocery shopping after a while.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Or something like
You got
that.
something else that you need a car for.
right.
Correct.
Yeah.
I was like, but if I ever show up in the vehicle, there's a reason I'm in the vehicle.
Yeah.
You might not know it. The weather might be nice. I might not have had to bring anything. But there's probably a good reason I'm in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop
There's-
somewhere and pick something up.
Yeah.
The reason could be
I just didn't want to ride it.
I rode 500 miles yesterday. I didn't feel like getting on the bike today.
That's yeah. It's true.
That's usually a good reason.
That's a good reason.
So the reason could be it's 98 degrees outside and this vehicle has air conditioning.
Yes, it's too hot.
The
So-
weather here the past couple days.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been oppressive.
It's supposed to start cooling back off though.
Yep. It looks like it is
Hopefully.
next week
Yeah.
with all
So-
the rain.
I was looking at the forecast, like the extended forecast, which is way inaccurate.
We could get snow next week. For
You
all
never
I
know
Correct.
around here.
But I was looking at the extended forecast for the 21st
Yes.
Yeah.
of September.
Mm-hmm.
Here, it's supposed to be like, I think like low in the like what we had, like low in the 60s, high in like 81, 82.
That's
Okay.
that's good.
I was like,
Perfect.
if that's the weather, Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be cold up on the mountain.
I'll have my jacket, my saddlebag,
I'll have a
or a
flannel.
sweatshirt, or
Yeah,
something.
hoodie or something
Yeah.
like that. Yep, definitely going to be needed.
Yep.
But other than that, the house is
Perfect.
going to be perfect.
Yeah, it's about time when we're going to start talking about those things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we will. I've got my fuzzy boots right there.
Ooh, fuzzy boots. Ready for the bed?
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson's social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.